Good morning, everyone. This is Ifedilichuku, and welcome to the Calm Mind Tutors. So this is the third lecture on AutoCAD 2D, and today we'll be talking about the three important things you must do before you start drawing in AutoCAD. So we'll be looking at setting of units, setting of limits. Remember, it's two different things: unit, limits, and also I'll show you how to save your templates. When you have set your units and limits, you can possibly save those templates and you can reuse them later in the day or later in your drawing. So here we have the start drawing. You come here, you see the templates. Once you click this comes out and you see different templates. This different templates here. You see different templates. So there are two commonly used templates here. We have the iCard.wt. The .wt is just a file extension. If you click on this one, you are working with the feet and inches. You work with the feet and inches when you click on iCard.wt, and when you click on this one, which is the iCard.iso.wt, that means you want to work in metric units, you want to work in millimeters. So let's click on this. Click on this. So as an engineer, I might be giving a project, or maybe your client is being specific that you should work with this kind of unit, work in millimeters, work in inches, work in feet, work in any, you might be given any units to work in depending on your client, or personally you have a specific unit you work with, and the first time you launch this software, the unit is in another unit, actually not the one you prefer. So what you should do, you have to actually set the units to the ones you actually want to work with. So for me to do that, I click on the application button. I come to the drawing utilities, and then this is the units. Once I click, this pops out. So this is the unit, the drawing unit. If you don't want to go through that way, you can cancel. You can do this. Okay, I don't want to go through the application button. I can just type in UN, and the unit pops in, enter, and this comes out. So we have the decimal when you want to. So from childhood, we all have been taught how to use decimals. We have been working with decimals. Up to this level, we all have been working with decimals. So I preferably like to use the decimal. The precision is how many decimal places do you want it to be. So I just want, let us use this 0, and here we have the decimal angles. You can have in decimal degrees, you can see that degree, minutes, seconds, and all that. So various units. So we have been working with decimal degrees. Okay, I click on that, and I want the precision to be 0. Then you come here, I prefer working with millimeters, so or I have the millimeters checked, or you can change to the comfortable units you love working with. These are the different units you can actually use. So I love working with millimeters and okay. So then I will explain more on this later, but not now. So I'll click, but remember, do not check this, leave it as it is, do not check it, and also this remains the way it is. I click OK. So we have actually set the unit. So the next thing to do is we want to set the limit. That is the possible way I could explain this is when you are setting the limit, you're actually trying to bring out a paper size. Like normally we have the A4, the A3, the A2 and all that. So these are paper sizes. So when you are setting the limit, you are also bringing out a paper size, but we are not bringing out A4, A2, A3 paper sizes. We are setting it to the size or the paper size we actually want, or what our dimension or what our drawing size is. Let's say you have a project of giving the dimension of that of the project, like this. Maybe you have a floor, like a civil engineer, you have a floor plan which is about 5,000 to 3,000. Let's just say, just an example to illustrate what I'm saying. So, and I actually want to set this to that particular page size. So what I will do is I will type in LIM, and that will bring out the limits. I will enter. If you look at this cursor, what we have here is specify the lower left corner, which is what is saying is this. Look at the this is the coordinates, this is the X and the Y. So the X comes first and the Y comes first. You want to set this page to a floor plan that has 5,000 by 3,000. The 5,000 is for the ones on the X axis and the 3,000 is one on the Y axis. So the 5,000 should come first before the 3,000. So this is the 5,000, the 3,000, and you look at this also, it says limit, that is specify the left corner. So this left corner is what it means. That is from this place here. That means you are starting from 0 in the x-axis and starting from 0 in the y-axis, and that is why you have this 0 0. So for me to enter that, I just 0 comma 0 and enter. That means I'm starting from this 0 in the x-axis and 0 in the y-axis also. Then the same thing that says specify the upper right corner. That is, you specify the size of the plot size. Remember, we are giving of 5,000 to 3,000. So we are not going to enter the 5,000 to 3,000 exactly, because after the drawing we can have dimension, we can have other things in the drawing which actually requires more space. So we can actually add more to the plan size. Okay, let's define in the x-axis I have 5,000. I can possibly add 5,030 to have a space of 30 millimeter. Then the one of 3,000 I can decide to add the same 30. So if you have a particular floor plan for a civil engineer, as an example, you add extra size or extra size actually, so that you have extra more space to work with. So I'll add 5,030. I'll add 30 to the 5,000, comma 3,030 and enter, and we are done. So how do we know actually what we did is correct? So I will type in Z, that is give me the zoom command. I enter and look at all this. In the previous video we explained how all this works. So I want to use the zoom all. I'll type in A and enter, and everything zoom all. So let's quickly check what we just did. So I'll come to the utility here in the ribbon area, click on measure and click on distance. So I want to actually measure if actually what we just set is this. Okay, when you click on down, as you can see we have 3,000 something 70. So I can see it's not actually at the edge, and I did not actually click here, but actually we are close to what we actually set the page to be. Then click on this, click also on this. Let's measure this. So we click on this, we have something like this. Sorry. Okay. You know, escape distance. Okay, you see it is more than the 5,000 we said. This is okay. This is just because of the monitor aspect ratio, so we don't have problem with that. We also confirmed the vertical parts of the page. So this is how you set your limit. Then when I zoom out, you see that's the highest I could go, because I already set my page. I already set my page to a particular limit it can go. So this is the highest it can go. Okay, having done that, we want to save this template. Okay, we come to the application button, come to save as, and click on drawing templates. Click on drawing templates, and this comes up. Remember, this is the file extension. It must be this file extension, AutoCAD drawing template. Then let me use MMMM. Okay, let me use MMM to save that. So we save. Then they ask for distribution. Okay, I can just type in decimal, which is what we used. Comma, we can use millimeters. I can just write things there. Millimeters, and you press OK. We are done saving. You can go back to the start area, click on this template, and let's see where we saved our okay, this is it right here. So we saved this man right here. Okay, this is it for today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share to a friend. In case of any question, please drop in the comment section.